my own enemy. Stronger is something I wanna be. Hope keeps on breaking on the kitchen floor. I want more than this. I'm not good at being nice to me. Always something else I wanna be. Every time it's different than before. I get torn from it. Ooh, I got knocked down again. Ooh, but I get back up from it. Time turned out to be a thing that burned me in the end. But pain is just a season. All the worst things always mend. A heart doesn't break even. No, I'm trying to learn to be okay with it. Cause if I can't love me in pieces, then it won't work when I'm fixed. I know I'm growing, maybe I'm just doing it slowly. I wanna turn all of my misery into something better. Nobody next to me, alone is where I find the best in me. I wanna learn from all the history, hold it all together. Ooh, I got knocked down again. Ooh, but I get back up from it. Time turned out to be a thing that burned me in the end. But pain is just a season. All the worst things always mend. My heart doesn't break even. No, I'm trying to learn to be okay with it. Cause if I can't love me in pieces, then it won't work when I'm fixed. My heart doesn't break even. No, I'm trying to learn to be okay with it. Cause if I can't love me in pieces, gotta feel it keep healing till the pieces are fixed.
So I'm going to hold the camera rather than put it on the tripod. I don't know which is easier, really, to be honest. But I've lit the fire pit and I started the video showing you that. But before I get any further, thank you for watching this video and welcome to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, I would really love you to do that. So yes, I started showing you lighting the fire, but I didn't realise that my camera, well, my phone was running a bit flat, so I needed to stop and charge up the camera. But yes, I've got my little fire pit going. There's the big one, but I did buy a little one just to put near where I sit, and I made this little area for me to sit around at in the afternoons, mornings, whenever. Come out here and have a coffee and relax. Griffin is over there enjoying a stick, actually, and Luna is around somewhere because everybody has gone away for the weekend, and I'm staying to look after the animals. Tan has Luna, who is a border collie, and she is somewhere. Let me go and find her. Oh, she might be up under my van, which is, no, I don't know where she hides. Oh, oh, you snuck up on me, Luna. I didn't know where you were, darling. So yes, I'm looking after Luna and a couple of cats. So it's almost at dinner time. So I thought I would flick the phone back on and try and get a little bit of the video done sitting here by the fire by myself, which, as you know, I enjoy being on my own, but I also do enjoy company. So I don't want you to think that, you know, being alone is better, but I don't mind it. I know a lot of people struggle with that. And I do remember friends saying to me, coming over to my place, knocking on the door and coming in, and there's no TV going, there's nothing. There is pretty much silence. And they say, what have you been doing? And not that they're like, oh, your house is a mess, you haven't cleaned your house, you've just been doing nothing. It was more about, how can you, and I say, oh, I've just been sitting and relaxing, but how can you be, oh, sorry, I'm pointing you at nothing. Better at the fire than nothing. How do you do that? I've got to have a radio going or music or the TV on, something, some background noise. I've not needed that for, I don't know, since I was very young, doing things on my own, because a lot of the time there wasn't anybody to do it with. So it was either don't do it at all or just get out there and do it on your own. So I always did. And if that was going to the beach for the day or down the shops or to a movie, I was happy to do things by myself. I love company, but I don't mind my own company. And there was a while there where I hated my own company during the whole process of dealing with what had happened. And I felt that then I really did need some support. And I did get some, and I don't know if I'm sitting too close to that fire. I might start me slippies on fire. That would be rather dreadful. So I might move back fractionally. I do know my nose is getting runny, so that tells me it's getting rather chilly out here, to be honest. So I'm moving away a bit. All those little sparklies coming up will definitely put holes in me red tights, just to add a little bit of colour on this dreary kind of winter's day that we're having today. So yeah, I'm all by my lonesome. And yeah, look at the sky. Those grey clouds are coming in, which does mean it's going to rain, which does mean my fire's going to go out. But that's okay. So yeah, all my friends are away. I do have family I can visit, and Tan has very nicely given me her car keys and said, go do what you need to do, go visit people that you would like to visit, which I do. I have my aunties that I really do need to catch up on, and a friend. So yeah, and a little bit of shopping, so I can pretty much get that done. But I also have some garden items that I would like to go and get while Tan is away and get them planted for her. I do know pretty much what she wants in the garden. So, I'm loving the freedom, that I have for myself. But yeah, my main reason for putting on the camera, apart from sharing what I'm actually doing, it's Friday, so the weekend will be here. So I'm not going to be doing much but babysitting animals and dropping in on Glenda's dad, who's an elderly gentleman. And yeah, I like to check in on him and make sure that he's okay, because normally Glenda is there to do that. So yeah, I have a fairly busy weekend catching up with people and so on, and the gardening, which It's probably my favourite pastime more than anything else. So I was sitting here having a coffee and, I thought about, the Q&A and that I mentioned triggers that we will come up against after being and coming out of any form of that has definitely left trauma. And there will be triggers. And they're kind of unavoidable because we never know. We don't know when or what it is that might trigger us. And it's all our senses. It could be a smell, something we hear, touch, see, taste. All of our senses can trigger something depending on what it is. I have a real going into the shopping centre and hearing someone or a little kid yell out Nana triggers that day that my grandson called out Nana. And it happens. It does happen. And it's in that moment that all that heaviness hits me and I feel that sadness, the hurt and the pain, and it hits you all at once. You've got to breathe and just breathe through it. Count. Tap your fingers together. And when I say tap your fingers, I have to put the microphone down. It's, well, do this. Because it makes you concentrate, which I'm not doing, as you can tell, because I'm not really doing it in the sequence that I should. But that is one coping mechanism I use because it breaks what I'm thinking and it makes me concentrate on what I need to do with my fingers and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Count it in your head and it will take you away from what it was that triggered you, or taking a deep breath and holding it for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whichever you're more comfortable with. So you take that really deep breath, not just, it has to go all the way to your stomach and out from your stomach because we hold a lot in our solar plexus and we need to. Oh, my nose is starting to get runny. I apologise. Maybe I'll move the camera away. And I haven't got tissue, but it is chilly. So there are a couple of things that when you are triggered by something, you could be cooking something that brings back a memory, but switch it around. It might bring back a memory of, say, Christmas Day when you're all together having a wonderful time. But remember, it was a wonderful time and not a bad time, but it might make you feel sad. But look at it as they were the happy times. And I know I'm not going to get that again. And that does make me sad and it hurts and I know it's never going to happen again. But I can remember those wonderful Christmas days that I have with my whole family. It's something to hang on to. So you can turn a painful negative trigger into a positive. I used to bake bread, and my kids love the freshly baked bread. They're all great and wonderful things that I did in my life. I try and think of kneading the dough and my kids helping and watching it rise and putting it in the oven and the smell of the fresh bread. Think of those sorts of things to try and break out from those painful triggers. And they're generally a memory, an absolute memory that you've had that was not so good. You're not going to be able to avoid them, but you are going to be able to get control of them better. It will take time, and I said, this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Just sitting here near the fire and enjoying the fire brings back memories of being out camping with all the kids and those cold winter nights sitting around the fire and laughing and singing and kids playing games and the giggles, and that's what that reminds me of. And I could spin it and go, wouldn't that be nice to do that again, except there would be some missing. I could do that to myself, but I'm not going to allow those bad times to dictate what good times I would miss out on if I didn't just do them. And that's where we say, no, I'm not going to let the past destroy my future, triggers and all. So there are many other ways, of course, that you can find ways of dealing with things that trigger you. Sure, you can try and avoid them. Absolutely. If you know that you're going to be, or it is going to be something that will bring back all that heavy stuff to you, and you really don't need to be involved with it, then please, by all means, don't do it. We can avoid some, but we certainly can't avoid a lot of them. There will be birthday celebrations that maybe you can attend and maybe you can't. I know that there may be some, well, my children down here I will have no difficulty with, but my child up, well, my other son are up there, and if they want to get together and celebrate one of the children's birthdays or whatever, they can, but I can't go. I can't be there. And then there's that other side where I feel, who is missing out? Like, the whole family misses out because of all of this, not just me. And I've done that video too, where it affects everybody, not just me or you. There's a whole lot of people involved, and that's something you carry. And well, I know I do. I carry it, and I do feel guilty, but I can't change what was, and I would do it in a heartbeat if I could, and make all that happened didn't happen. But I just have to live a different life now. And I am, and I will. And it will be good. And yours will be good too. Absolutely. Hang in there, as I am. Enjoy the little things, the little moments that you feel that overwhelming happy. Grab hold of it and take it in, because I know it doesn't always last for long. There will be things we come up against that we can't deal with anymore, or not at this particular point, but we'll get stronger. We will get stronger. So, from the fireside, I'll just spin you around here so you can see it. And me.
Everybody's got a problem that they don't know how to solve. Like life don't make no sense at all. And everybody feels something that nobody feels. Hurting takes some time to heal. Everybody's got someone that they wish they could call when tears turn into waterfalls, and everything keeps moving but you're standing still. Hurting takes some time to heal. Are you going through something that weighs on your mind? When any consolation isn't easy to find, but you never want to show it and you keep it concealed. Hurting takes some time to heal.
Take care of yourself. Take care of the ones you love. Be kind. Toodaloo.